This is called Never Have I Ever. Never have I ever played Never Have I Ever. Until tonight. Until grad school and a study abroad trip. My first stint outside the bubble of private Christian education. And I've gotten a double shot of imposter syndrome in every dirty chai latte day for the past 2 semesters, and the jitters aren't something I sometimes have. They're the medium frequency of my being as I pretend my sheltered upbringing doesn't make me feel 10 years younger than everyone else in this hostel room, where the most boisterous of my classmates have gathered to pregame before the pub crawl they just invited me to. The only openly Christian classmate in my cohort, after asking about my background, described the denomination I was raised in as Mormonism's vegetarian doomsday prepping cousin. And I wish someone had told me that sooner. Wished a master's program wasn't my first opportunity to get some solid distance from that insular community. Wished the list of never have I ever questions included at least one thing I could drink to before realizing how weird that would be. Never have I ever cried at 6th grade summer camp because I only had 1 day left to convert my camp counselor and was starting to admit to myself that I didn't want to. Never have I ever gone more than 1 week on average for the first 2 decades of my life without someone from school or church or my family reminding me the second coming of Jesus was going to happen any day now. Never have I ever started a master's program more because I liked reading studies on the social psychology of doomsday cults than because I had a specific occupation I was aiming for. If I was running this game, I would be blitzed and everyone else would be dead sober, but reality is the other way around. Never have I ever gone on a pub crawl, but I've been waiting in the shallows of being the prodigal son since my junior year of college, so I decided, fuck it. In for a penny, in for 30 pieces of silver and the wages of sin. Time to toss the floaties and dive into the deep end of debauchery and damnation. And unlike everyone I'm walking with to the first pub, I did not pack any party outfits. I'm wearing a red Converse t-shirt, brown plaid shorts, a pair of bulky blue-white Vans, and an air of poorly masked bewilderment as 2 undergrad girls I've never spoken to over the first 5 days of this trip introduce themselves and invite me to take shots with them. They are jangly earrings, rouge-lipped, halter-topped, and short-skirted, and either they pregame to and I'm close by, or they want to harvest my kidneys, or I accidentally said something clever during my jet-lag presentation back in Munich on child indoctrination through the Hitler Youth programs, because I've spent every night till now in my room turning in spring semester final grades a week late. Nevertheless, when we get our shots, they toss back theirs first. Then kiss me on either cheek as I take mine, and in between, did that just happen? And this required planning and coordination on their part, and are they posting this on Snapchat? Didn't this exact scene happen in that Wild West movie starring Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson? Obviously I'm not Jackie Chan, but how am I Owen Wilson in this scenario? After her friend gets caught up in a game of flip cup, the quieter girl of the pair leads me to a couch in the corner, leans into me and smiles as my arm coils around her waist. She's telling me about social media trends in Malaysia, joking with me about if 2 semesters teaching public speaking means I'm good with my tongue. And for the first time in years, I think about Uncle Mike, the youth group leader from church, who broke down sobbing in front of a bunch of teenagers while telling us a cautionary tale about having premarital sex back in college. Never have I ever done that, I tell myself. Never will I ever be so godly. Even though surely Jesus is frothing at the mouth with rage as he spies on us from heaven. Even though he's screaming at me in particular, I did not die on the cross so that you could be Owen Wilson. 3 pubs later, I hear the flip cup girl is asking for me. I find her outside, puking into a storm drain grate. Some of the other undergrads have called her a cab. She turns down their offers to go back with her, insists on me, and I'm not sure why or how or what to make of anything, but I go into the back seat with her, hold her hand while the world swims around us. And I wonder who her friend is talking to in that moment. Wonder if it's messed up I'm thinking that. Wonder which of their 2 shot glasses back at the first bar sits closer to mine. I help the wasted girl back to her room. Tell her drowsy roommate to make her drink some water. Realize I have no idea where the next pub crawl venue is and am entirely incapable of figuring out how to get there. As I stumble back to my bed, I hope it's true that Jesus sees what's in each of our hearts. I hope he knows the only reason I'm not going back out there is because I'm 1 more shot away from being blackout drunk. Not because I want to be like Mike.